let's switch to casting on air, actually.
Yeah. Okay. We are live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special Friday Night League. We have our last two CEO games playing, and this one will be streamed. We have the Spin Doctors, formerly known as the Naughty Boys, which has been a combination of last year's Naughty Boys and Iron Miners, versus a new team in the league, Glacial Crescent. I am a Happy Cloud, and I'm joined with someone you don't know, in Xavier, for today's cast. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Happy Cloud?
Doing well, man. I'm excited. This is got to cast some executive, I think. Now you get to cast some economy, or not economy, CEO. I'm very excited. How about yourself, Xavier? How are you doing?
Doing well. I'm doing well. It's nice to be done with the week. Friday's always a good day.
For sure.
Friday's a great day.
So currently we're waiting on the guys here to start their pro draft. When it's all started up, we will begin into that. Gentlemen, I'm pretty excited. I would say for me, Spin Doctors are one of the teams that I have picked as like not like a favorite to win the whole league, but like a favorite in terms of like a top three maybe finisher. Like I don't know if I can pick one team to finish besides my own team, obviously. But yeah, it says
And
here
that's only logical because the core of this team is the Naughty Boys from last season, who were the runners-up and lost a very, very close 2-3 series to Shadow Pups Unleashed in Season 2 of the LBLCS. So it's really only logic that would put these guys as top tier within the CEO League.
Yeah, for sure. They have Marksman V4, who's February 28th from Low Kev last year as well. And we have the Quaz from Iron Miners coming in. And then the tops, and then we have the Shadow Pups top laner. It's Ranger. It's going to be the top laner for the Spin Doctors. And we have York Hunt Zelius from the Naughty Boys coming in. York switching from top lane to jungle for this season.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the side of Glacial Crescent, we have Dazzling, Kiwi, Shivy, Absolute Garbage, and Ivory Blade. I think I noticed some of these players. I'm not entirely sure. Some of the names look familiar to me. I don't know if you guys noticed any of the names.
Don't recognize anyone, but looks as though the project has started. We're starting off with the Mordekaiser band from the Spin Doctors, quickly followed by an Ornn band from the Glacial Crescent team, getting some of the very strong top laners off the board right away.
Yeah, it looks like the Mordekaiser ban is a target ban. You usually don't see that like first rotation, right?
Mm-hmm. I can understand it in certain. If you have a certain comp you want to run, I can see the Mordekaiser ban, but looks like a
second ban is
they
Echo.
both tried to ban.
They both banned Echo.
So
okay,
for those of you unfamiliar,
they're typing Trundle Echo. Okay, that ban is Senna. Okay.
For those of you unfamiliar, Pro Draft kind of sucks. As a captain of one of the economy teams who uses Pro Draft, if you get down to like 2 seconds left on the timer, it'll auto ban either nothing or something random.
Syndra first pick
for
sure going into Zelius's hands here. He is a Syndra player. I won't say he's not a one trick, but definitely his favorite, maybe even best champion. It's well known in the league, I think, that he likes to play the Syndra.
Yeah, it's a good blind pick. It's solid into just about anything, especially with the Echo off the board now. Syndra's a pretty good blind pick.
I would say Syndra is a good blind pick, but Syndra's a good blind pick in like competitive play, because same reason like Aatrox would be, because their counters aren't like played. But in like common in like a league like this where you're gonna have people who just play everything, like more crazy stuff, I would be kind of scared. Like, what if the person could play Fizz? What if they can play the Zed or something? Those are like really difficult for Syndra. Yasuo, these picks are like pretty powerful. But Zyra MF coming in, really strong lane. We'll see if the MF gets locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's gonna be it. I think Marksman V4 is super good. Great player. Definitely a good pickup for the Spin Doctors.
Absolutely.
So we got a Bard lock in. I love Bard. Like one of my favorite champs in the game. He's like one of those champs that like no matter what's happening in the game, you're just having a good time because you're playing Bard.
And Bard is one of those champions where if they're played right, it looks like a work of art. So
super good. He has a lot of like very versatile kit, and I would say he's like considered OP right now. He's really strong.
Yeah. Bard's very strong in the right hands.
He even got some nerfs, and the nerfs didn't really affect him that much. He gets like less move speed from his W and like 2 damage off of each Meatbotto, so nothing too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Yasuo ban coming in from the Spin Doctors, and then a Rumble Akali and Olaf Retort. Okay, so they're pinching mid and jungle here. I'm not familiar with these players, so I don't know, but if I had to guess, I would say they're going to save the top counter pick for last year, and they're going to pick their mid. I think Syndra's kind of revealed here that it's going mid. If they didn't do any scouting here, they at least now with the MF pot lock in, they know. We'll have to see.
Yeah. You see the Kayn lock. Kayn is such a powerful jungler right now. And while in the past he typically hasn't been seen as a good pick for competitive 5v5 League of Legends, the champ is just so good right now that if he's up, you should probably be picking him. Kayn is a disgusting champion right now. I love this pick.
Yeah, I agree for the most part. I think his power also lies in the fact that he actually can be flex. He's pretty strong. But, again, he still has some of his same weaknesses. Like, he isn't going to be able to duel anyone early game. He has a little bit better gank setup, and he's better at shoving out the waves. He gets his orbs a little quicker. But as I'm talking about this, I was going to say Lee Sin is a great classic pick in the Kayn, but switching to Jarvan, I would say Jarvan's still stronger than Kayn in the early game, but Kayn is going to be able to like kind of just walk away from Jarvan and not really worry about anything.
Kayn in 5s is very dependent on the mid jungle 2v2. I think if you pick a strong mid laner here, a strong duelist, Kayn, you can shore up a lot of Kayn's weakness, and that's exactly what LeBlanc is. So
yeah,
I still don't think it's stronger than Syndra J4.
No, not at all.
It can survive, and that's what
LeBlanc
Kayn wants.
sets up
he wants those orbs.
Yeah, LeBlanc also just sets up ganks. I think Kayn is probably going to spend a lot of time around the top side of the map. He doesn't really have to fear the Shen versus Aatrox. Looks like we're about to get into the actual game here, and he can get his form. He might consider going blue, but I think blue Kayn is just so much worse and so much more volatile than the red Kayn. Like, the blue Kayn is good if you can like pop off, but if you're not popping off, you're just like, you're in for a rough time, you know? Yeah. You're just gonna have to, you're so far behind. We have
the amount of survivability you get from red Kayn, and in addition to the knock-up on the W, I think it's so much more valuable than being able to blow up a squishy a little bit faster.
Yeah, and he scales super well too, right? Like, he just is so hard to kill. He's like, I always think Rust is one of those like Vladimir, like actual 1v9 champions that like when he gets his items, he is like this unkillable, like you said, just brings seat like really short cooldown CC, unkillable, very mobile, tanky. He's just like, it's kind of like Tank Echo back in the day, where it's just like this. He's so hard to kill. But yeah, I'm excited actually. I think that this is going to be pretty wicked series here. We'll have to see though. Again, I'm not familiar with Glacial Crescent. Like, I have faith in the Spin Doctors. I've seen them play like all these guys. My team's been able to scrim them as well, so we've been able to kind of get a peek into like how they play. but this is the first game on the stage, and this will be good for Glacial. I think they've actually gotten every single team of theirs on stream, which is cool. So we get to see like this full, like it's like almost like an org. They have 3 teams, which is so sick, and they're getting to show off. And I think they've actually were able to win. I know at least at Executive. I'd have to check an economy, but I think they were able to get at least one win, a 2-0.
Yeah. I don't believe they've played an economy yet.
Okay, so their economy hasn't played yet.
No,
But-
there's been only 2 matches played in economy. My match actually, which was played on Wednesday, and yesterday the Bonobo Boys and No Squares played.
Okay, awesome. So, okay, you're right. Yeah, Glacial Galaxy did 2-0. Joe Exotic's ex-husbands.
Which is
Nice.
an amazing name. That
Good,
for those
good name.
unfamiliar in chat with the LBLCS, all you need to know about the league can come down to the names of the teams. And that's all I'm going to say. This is something you have to look into for yourself.
We do have some very creative names in the league here. It is a blessing. When you don't actually have a budget, you have to like go out and, perform in other places, and I feel like names is a good place to pick up the lack of budget.
Agreed.
But as far as these teams go, something I'm excited about is just how bloody they look, how much fighting it seems like there's going to be. Both of these teams seems like they just want to run at you and murder you to win, which is something I love to watch and see in games personally.
Classic copy pastas in the chat. I'd like to read them if possible.
Yeah,
Not
go
because
ahead.
I created them or anything, but first one I've never seen. Zach is my hero. He's tall and handsome and charming, and he always holds the door open for me. I look up to him not only because he's taller, but because he's the kind of guy I want to be when I'm his age. Oh, be when I'm his age. What do you mean he's only 20? Wow, so much experience and wisdom into such a young guy. Color me impressed. Thank you. I'm definitely not 20, but I appreciate it. Bondi? You mean the tallest AD carry in the league? The Hulk and Goliath of a player whose champion is as wide as he is tall? That Bondi? The wrongly ranked 4th best AD carry who systematically destroyed every bot lane who has ever crossed his path? I'd say his line of sight, but none of these munchkins even come up to his chin. The Ezreal Prodigy? The one who made the LBLCS champ Dewey change his entire pool to even exist in the same lane as him? Yeah, I know him, and he's coming for the crown. And the last one, Titan? The former championship... Oh, I posted this one. The championship winning jungler for the Shadow Pups? The new jungler for the Gluters? Yeah, I heard of him. Is this the Kindred, Rek'Sai, Jarvan, Zac, Lee Sin, Viscarner, Trundle, Zinzao, Yi, Shaco, Fiddle, Sejuani, Hecarim, Master? At least he doesn't play Graves. Oh, wait, he does? FF. The only player on the map that fear him more than the enemy jungler is the enemy mid. Ask Ninja Bear 88, his former teammate. He hasn't left his tower so long you would call him Zelius. True. How do you think Zelius was able to win without Ev Dingus in the lobby to drag him across the finish line? I'm not
That is
entirely
Zelius,
sure
by the way.
Vigar lol. I know. I'm not entirely sure Vigar lol. I do think Marksman V4 is a competent AD carry, and with him he might be able to pull him across the finish line or not. We'll have to see.
So something I've noticed: do you guys on the Glue Eaters have an obsession with height of your players?
Oh yeah,
that
that's a
seems
good
to come up in your copy passes a lot.
Well, so our AD carry Jordan, I think he's like 6'3" or something, or 6'4". So his joke is
Moderately
always
tall.
like taller AD carry always wins, and he'll always say like it's a height gap, and then it just
That's
kind of
why we
became like,
lose.
yeah, it just kind of became a
Our
thing.
AD
So
carry's like 5'9".
oh god, yeah. And then he'll
Oh,
say
we need to replace him.
Bondi _X says, LOL, Cades is the best. The Zelius Flame hits different. 6'9", by the way. Bondi isn't even the tallest person on the Glue Eaters, actually. Arthur Dent is like a hulking monster. I don't know how big he is.
Man.
He's super tall though. But anyway, back to the game. I like the comp from Glacial for the early and mid game. I think they scrap really well, and then Aphelios is kind of supposed to be their bridge in the late game. But I have to say I'm a fan of the Spin Doctors game. I do think Shen kind of gets bullied by Aatrox a little bit, but the Syndra Jarvan, like as a mid laner, that's the kind of jungler I want to see. I want someone who can help me like lock down people and get kills. And then I think MF Zyra is like pretty nuts in lane, so we'll have to see how this goes. Both teams scale pretty well. I think the Spin Doctors scale a little better just because their team fight seems a lot stronger. But if Glacial can kind of open the game up and make it scrappy, their team comp does a lot better in that regard. So, gentlemen, I'm really excited.
As we load into the game, any thoughts on a level 1 that could possibly show its face?
I think if I was the... Go ahead, someone.
I don't think Glacial want anything to do with the level 1 because they have Aphelios. And Aphelios has no ability on level 1.
They do have Bard, and they do have... So, Aphelios is awful level 1, but I think Jarvan is kind of bad level 1 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it this way, though. LeBlanc can take Chain, and that doesn't really hurt her that much. Kayn, level 1, got buffed. Like, his Q is a 6-second cooldown.
Aatrox is great level 1.
Aatrox is pretty good level 1, and Bard is also pretty sick level 1. Although the Gluers, we seem aggressive, we as a team try not to get into level 1s, because it's just like a good way to lose the game. You know, you can like accidentally just lose the whole match off of feeding a couple kills.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that Zyra's long-range poke with the Shen follow-up might be a decent invade option. But I'm predicting both teams to stack here.
Yeah.
I
I think we'll see a line of scrimmage come out. I think we'll see maybe some aggressive warding, but
Okay, 1-1.
I'm really not sure that we're going to see any full-on 5v5 fights at level 1.
All right, well, we heard the predictions. Let's see how they hold
I'm picking Spin Doctors to win this, by the way.
up. Okay.
Based on comp alone, I'm also going to go with the Spin Doctors, but if Glacial Crescent get ahead by even a somewhat slim margin, I think that comp can snowball very well. So, if the Glacial comp is ahead, they're going to have an edge in a lot of these skirmishes, and it could get to the point where once you reach 5v5 team fighting, the how good your comp is just can't beat the gold. So, I think for the Glacial team, their win condition really is hard win lane, snowball off of that, especially mid top.
For everyone in the chat, I forgot to put this one in. Just made this one the other day.
You with your copy pastas. But I do like the Spin Doctors comp a lot.
Same.
They have some really good team fight tools and some fantastic damage to back it up. So interesting rune choices though. The Aftershock on Shen, I'm not certain how normal that is. If someone in chat or one of my fellow casters can correct me on that, I think Shen normally opts for Grasp. I could see it maybe working to prevent a third Q Aatrox from
It looks like
Aftershock in like
there's
really difficult lanes. Okay, they are going for it.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of an invade going on here. Interesting to see if there be any
I would trade
developments.
flashes here, 100%. Okay.
All right, just a root coming out from Zyra. As they fall back, placing a ward in that tri-bush.
a little bit of damage taken, but
They were just testing the waters, dipping their toes in.
Yeah, I mean, like we said with Bard, it's really not a big deal just to potentially like look for a cheesy kill. Someone might be not paying attention. You might catch them on like a weird rotation. He might be coming out to ward. You never know. So, but yeah, like someone commented on, classic line of scrimmage here. We're gonna get the red start for Jarvan, blue start for Kayn. Interesting, Kayn's opting out of the red side start. That's like classically Kayn can just do the Raptors like solo, and then his lane they can get like prio, which I think I would rather have seen that, because I don't think they're getting prio like anytime soon. Obviously versus MF and Zyra, so having them go down there and get early to lane, get level 2 first might give them like some form of an advantage.
But at the same time, it's not like Kane's going to gank bot lane any early because of that lack of prio. So having him,
he also could like vertical too. You know what I mean? Like he could vertical from the rates.
Yeah, I can see it.
Because like Jarvan either like looks like Jarvan's doing a full clear here. They're both full clearing.
Yep.
He could have done like Wraith to Jarvan's blue and then back to his red, because Kayn doesn't really need his abilities. He can take his E at level 1. But they did have a ward on there, so they know Kayn's having a blue. And we're just gonna have a lot of passive farming here.
A lot of heavy trading going on in this bot lane early on.
A little wide on that Aphelios Q there.
Yeah. And I actually think that favors the side of Glacial because Aphelios has an Infernum. And Bard has that sustain.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna want to like try to out-sustain. Waz is taking a ton of damage. He's already out of pots, actually. We'll see how this goes.
Stacking up to be a bloody game. I'm hyped
See.
for it. I'm ready.
Ooh,
Some
nice-
heavy trading
nice
going on in the
little
mid
trade.
lane.
Ooh, he
Ignite
ignites
blown
him.
by the LeBlanc.
And that's
Flash
first
forward and
ult.
first blood the LeBlanc.
Wow, just like a solo kills. So, Syndra,
Lane Kingdom Zelia is
great.
falling early.
great. Of course.
the Lane Kingdom.
But yeah, I would say it's really not that bad for Zelius. Okay, is Aphelios gonna kill? Oh my god.
Kill
Glacial's
in the
coming
bot
out
lane.
swinging here. So he gets a taunt under the turret.
Looks like there might be a trade in the top lane though.
Mhm. And like we talked about, this is exactly what Glacial want to do. They want to win the early lanes.
See flash.
Because they're
kill. Oh my god, he did
Flash
it.
coming out of Dazzling, X Ranger gonna follow up, and
Oh,
when
That
that
was
third Q misses, you can't. You're
yeah, that
gonna
was
lose
kind
that
of
fight.
fortunate there. He didn't get the knockup. He didn't Q hit his sweet spot Q after the flash. I don't know if that would even have killed him. Maybe get with the Q and the enhanced auto. I don't know if it's ever worth going for that. He teleports right back to lane. Again, risky TP. I guess X-Ranger has to teleport and the lane's pushing back, but Jarvan could have been there, right? He just bullied Kayn back to bait. Oh! Gentlemen, just noticed Kayn actually has Dark Harvest, so he might be going blue this game.
I like it. It's
I
bold.
definitely disagree with that, but we'll see how it works out.
No, I don't think it's right. I
Ross
still
is-
like it. I think it's
Yeah.
bold. I think it's
For sure. Ross is so OP in this game. Oh my god, okay.
Gank
This is
inland.
what LeBlanc's good for, right? Like, LeBlanc sets up ganks super well.
I don't
their
think
jungler,
Zelius is anywhere out of this one.
Kane's
Not
coming
paying
in from the other side.
And there he goes, now he's here.
Looks like able to just
Just
corner
donate
him,
the orbs.
donating that kill
Yeah.
to Kane there.
Definitely should. Kane needs and good job on the other side of the map. So York's
Yeah.
doing a good job of playing around his, like, what he's going to deem now as his strong lane. He got the top, there's no flash, just gets him with the nice return gank. Kane on the bot side getting the scuttle crab. But yeah, that's a good roam by Bard. They had Prio, Bard gets to roam, and LeBlanc's like I mean, getting solo kills on LeBlanc is one thing, but her main strength is she has like incredible gank setup, especially against a champ like Syndra who cannot escape. Right when you just W onto her face, QE, she can't run, she can't dodge the chain point blank, and you just get free ganks. I have faith in Zelius. I do think he can come back from this. Oh my god, a double root. Shen TPing in though.
A lot of damage
They're
coming.
able to get one. Okay, King gets the dragon.
Oh no.
This is his flash there. He's still gonna. He probably still would die anyway. Maybe it's just worth dying. He might be able to execute. We'll see. He's kind of playing a little mind games here.
Misfortune coming in from the other side, getting
Oh,
a little
no,
bit of a
he's
slow.
Not gonna get that
Yeah, that's a
executed.
three for dragon trade. I don't know how I'd rank that.
They got one. They got,
they got
one on
one?
the.
Okay.
They got the quaz. It's definitely not worth. Early dragons are that big of a deal, and their team isn't like. Their team isn't the team that's like trying to go late with this one.
Mm-hmm.
But again, a little risky. Shen's level 6, and there's no TP on your Aatrox. Okay,
I think Shen hit 6 as that fight was going on, so
potentially, yeah. But again,
immediately able to ult in on that.
that's something if like you're playing, you got to make sure you're like trying to measure the XP right and like take a. Cause you'll have a good idea of Aatrox. You'll know like, okay, Shen is this far ahead of me. Like, there's a good chance he gets 6 off here, but it is like a risk versus reward thing. It just didn't work out, unfortunately, for them this time. But we'll have to see. I think if I were them, I would keep pressuring mid here. Like, Syndra still has her flash down. She can still be killed by the LeBlanc, especially if she just gets like any help.
Yeah.
Bot lane is even. Kayn is really, trying his best to pull a farm lead here.
Get a decent farm lead so you can actually jungle or gank well, get those orbs, get that form as fast as possible. You really want to get your aura. If you're not having your form by 15 minutes, it's going to get rough at that point. So I expect him to start ganking soon.
Now that he's 6'2", I would be like hard camping this Syndra. You cannot get bursted by her, you know. I think it's like pretty free.
Yeah.
But we'll see what they choose to do.
Flashback up, so might be a little bit harder to gank him now, but it's LeBlanc. LeBlanc can blow flashes like nobody's business.
Seems like we finally started to slow down in the game and hit a point where everyone's deciding to just farm up for some gold. Rift Herald's up on the map. That might be an objective one team might look for. So they clear the mid lane here.
Oh, it's a beautiful combo.
Comes out.
The Marksman V4.
Forces the Bard flash.
Flash of Ivory Blade.
Yeah, no. That's the fear of this lane, right? So strong.
Yeah.
One root and you're pretty much dead.
I mean, if Zyra had ult there, I think he was dead.
Yeah, it just depends. He might have been able to get his flash off. Like, he kind of flashed right away.
Yeah.
But it still is, yeah. Again, and that's something they can just do like once every, 100 seconds or so.
Yeah, Kayn coming into the mid lane here for another gank. It's LeBlanc trying to help him out. The Syndra E pushing them away.
Oh my god.
Shen ult comes out.
Really
Jarvan's there. Kayn is brought
there.
Yeah,
little too forced there by the Kayn. Again, X-Ranger really making good use of his Shen ult here. And getting a lot of, like, he's only lost maybe like 10 CS in terms of like advantage, but he has been part of 5 of 6 kills. And he's just making play. And then, like, if you're Kayn there, it's like I think you just, like, didn't work. You just gotta back off. Like, at that point, you can get your form, right? Like, that's all he should be worried about. Like, he's like, okay, I got some orbs at least. It's not, like, the greatest. You still have your Ignite on your LeBlanc. You still can make a play, but X-Ranger, like, really putting on a...
Yeah. X-Ranger's playing a great
almost
game
getting to have his Sunfire cape. He has his double split push item. Really doing well. X-Ranger, as someone said in chat, is the dog champ prodigy. I agree.
No, I think he's really... I mean, obviously he's playing Shen. He's not going to be able to hard carry the game on his own, but he has put himself into a position to really set his team up. And
I don't know, man. I've played with a few Shens. That champ is OP. That champ does too much damage. Just jumps on me, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm dead. Guess I get one shot by the full tank X-Ranger. He's got a level lead now. He's just huge. We'll have to see. Yeah, but he's like really putting in work. I agree.
Really, I think he really held it together for the Spin Doctors in the early game with that. Couple early kills coming out of their lanes. He goes in for another really aggressive trade onto this Aatrox.
Yeah, popping him down to half health. The Aatrox trading back though.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the value of Aftershock in this lane now, because Aatrox wants to try to trade fast, and with that Aftershock up,
LeBlanc forced out teleport coming in from the Shen as this dragon fight starts to become a little bit bloody. Looks like Misfortune's getting engaged onto. Bardo comes out.
X-Ranger here to turn this.
All flash taunt lands.
Flash
Aphelios
taunt.
falls. Misfortune ult used there.
Misfortune ult minion.
I think Bard might be falling here. Got all 5 on him. Yeah, looks like they might be able to pick up the dragon.
Yeah, really well done. This is like kind of the strength of Shen. He basically has 2 teleports. So not only does he have the ability to save his teammates with his shield, but he's just had his TP, dazzling. He's kind of just struggling to get his footing in the game, right? He like kind of fell behind off a risky play. X-Ranger pulled ahead, not only getting, I think he got 2 kills, one from the solo, one from that gank, and then another one when he TP'd in. He's like 304 now.
Kayn coming in for a gank, getting a lot of damage down onto this Syndra. LeBlanc just comes in and cleans it up.
Kayn already has blue form, so electing to go with that riskier blue form, and I think they're really just going to try to blow up the carries of Spin Doctors.
Yeah, if I was Kayn, I would be just like we know MF doesn't have flash, right, from the last fight.
Mhm.
Just killed Syndra. You have Bard. When Bard's ult is up, like, you need to be bot, right? This is his chance. He needs to... Kiwi can really, like, snowball the game if he is given that opportunity. You have CC. Okay, the
Zyra
pause goes for the
flashes
root.
in, misses the root. A lot of damage still coming out anyway.
Matter,
Aphelios
wow.
falls.
Oh my god.
It's the root, but it doesn't matter because Zyra.
Damage. The Zyra damage with MF. These two champs are... She got minus 10 move speed off her W, though. It's totally nerfed her. She's not nearly as good anymore.
Looks like LeBlanc
I'm sure-
is coming down to assist Bard in this bot lane.
Yeah.
They're cut off
right?
from
No,
their
no.
from their tower.
Very
They're on the wrong side of the map.
angle.
Bard coming in with an
Bard's
Z,
going hard.
getting
Bard's
some
waiting
damage
to
down.
pop his
LeBlanc
plant.
comes in,
Smart.
lands the root. Zyra
Nice.
falls to the ignite. Misfortune hit by the Bard ult.
Double TP. Okay. Yeah, again, ex-Ranger, man. Just putting in work. Like, it's so hard for him to... It's so hard for them to make plays. I actually think, like, Shen, if played well, is just, like, so oppressive in these games. Like, you have to... It adds, like, another barrier of communication, right? Where you have to basically be timing the Shen ult on top of timing the TP and knowing that, like, can I go in here? And you have to do another thing, which I think is, like, super difficult in fives, which is, like, kind of not faking an engage, but, like, doing a half engage and, like, pulling them back, because you have to try to bait these Shen ults or know that it's, like, guaranteed. Like, if they know, like, okay, we'll instantly kill this target, then we can go in because the Shen ult won't matter. But most of the time, it's hard to do that. That's, like, an extra 300 HP they're getting, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
X-Ranger's playing super well here.
We see the Rift Herald dropped in the mid lane as LeBlanc goes aggressive under the tower, able to pick up the Zyra. Opting to
Shifty's,
stay on the
like,
other side to avoid the
beautiful.
Jarvan.
Kinda
Bard comes in for
popping
the
off here.
assist, gets the stun off. Oh, but she just W's
Dodges
out
the
of the
ult. Oh my
ultimate, comes
God.
back
Oh my
into
God.
it. Moving around, bopping on every single side, able to
Oh
avoid
my
the E from the
God.
Jarvan as Kayn comes in to clean up a kill while Bard... Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe Jarvan
Wow.
also gets out. Flash from the Bard, misses. Shen comes in with his
Yeah.
taunt. Oh
Okay,
man.
So Kiwi did not. He got knocked up or wasn't able to buff for his ult there. So Jarvan is able to get out. Maybe he thought he would kill him without ult there. Unfortunate, but Shivy is, like, kind of putting on a clinic. That was,
There were some
like,
crazy plays in
embarrassing for
there.
the enemy team, man. He just, like, made them look like fools. Like, Dave Zyra gets out, baits
He-
the Jarvan enough for his team to come in. Unfortunately, his team gets killed for his troubles, but
Yeah, he dodged, dipped, ducked, dived,
Insane
and
performance.
dodged. He
Yeah.
avoided all of those.
wow. Unfortunately,
A little bit of an overextension, but
baited his own team. I don't know if there's an overextension or they just weren't able to get the okay. Get baited,
X-Rangers
idiot.
are on a magical
Bard
journey
giving
here.
Shen the an out.
I would hit him with the get baited idiot in all chat. After that,
LeBlanc root lands, see if she decides to do anything with it. Does not. Opts to go aggressive after
LeBlanc,
cooldowns
my
are blown.
God.
Very well
Terrifying.
done. Kayn going
goes.
aggressive
Yeah,
onto this
terrifying.
He's
Zyra,
dead.
avoiding the ult. She's gone. Jarvan's here with the
Oh,
Misfortune,
back
who's
in
already
there.
down to a quarter health. One hit away.
that's another one. Gets the
Jarvan
Dark
just
Harvest
EQs
reset.
away, blasts the plant.
And
Wow.
honestly, this is kind of a disaster scenario with. I obviously the Spin Doctors still have a lead. They have a 3,500 gold lead, but
Jarvan and Bard
Who is
meeting
that?
at a bush.
But this is
Flux
what they
of
want.
Flux are
It's kind of what we talked about, right? Like, this Kane's getting gold. This LeBlanc's getting gold.
and
Both here.
regardless of your gold lead, if your carries are dead, you can't do anything. So I'm very, very
Oh,
excited.
Zyra getting bopped on by this LeBlanc. Shen ult comes out to save her.
Blanc just popped.
I think we need to sit. Oh, Kayn able to pick up the Zyra with a W. Just the fade away.
Can we just appreciate that in 17 minutes of play, there have been already 23 kills?
This is a bloody game, and it's great. Oh,
You love that.
Nice.
Kayn looks like he might be
Jen.
falling down. Bard looks like he might be. Misfortune ult comes down. Bard walks out with almost no health. Kayn also there with no health. Shen in here trying to get some damage down onto the team in the backline. Looks like the blue side has decided to go for the dragon, but it's reset, forcing them to
This
stay a
is
little
so
bit longer.
risky for
Aatrox
Spin
comes in,
Doctors.
Syndra's super low, she
Okay.
flashes out, Jarvan goes into the sides, he tries to
Oh,
go
no.
for a trade for 1-for-1,
What an
and he does.
that's so weird. He was able
Get out
to.
here too.
Okay,
Yeah,
this,
like, return.
Kane
this
walks
is
in,
like
gets a kill.
Really bad for the Spin Doctors here. This is like what we were talking about, where they don't want the game to devolve into this, because LeBlanc. This is like where LeBlanc and Kane kind of shine, right? They want the game to be like this. They don't want to be able to have the 5v5.
Flash
God,
in
gets
from
the root
Zyra,
out.
lands a root, gets the ult off onto LeBlanc. Doesn't get it killed, but possibly forces them off of this tower.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Kane in the backside.
Warded.
A good ward over. Blocks his surprise attack. Looks like he... Oh, LeBlanc
Bondi
falls!
Kane
Lord.
still hasn't transformed. He has actually, guys. He is blue Kane. It's just that skin. He is blue right now. You can tell.
Yeah.
Also, for some reason, the spectator client it doesn't change like the picture how it does in the other.
Oh, that is odd.
He is currently in blue form, and I love the pickup of the Umbral Glaive here. I think Umbral Glaive is such a valuable item, especially in 5v5.
Jarvan comes in aggressive onto this Aphelios, forces the flash, dodges the Bard ult. Gets some nice
York's
trading in.
quietly like pretty strong. He's 5-1 and 4. He's got his cleaver and his Cinderhulk here, so he's really powerful. But here's the thing, guys. This is kind of why I'm not a fan of this blue Kane pick. Is in the late game, unless they can like really pop off here, they have double tanks. So blue Kane has to like, he desperately just has to dive in one shot, and that's kind of what Aatrox and LeBlanc want to do. So it's going to kind of leave this Aphelios to fend for himself. We'll see if he can do it. I think Aphelios is a champ that, like, obviously, Giga broken champion, right? Like, super powerful. But he has to be played around. He isn't like a champion. If he isn't like snowballing uncontrollably, he needs like a front line. He needs people to peel for him. His only weakness in his kit is his lack of escape. So we'll have to see how it goes. Again, it might not matter, right? If Kiwi and Shivi get in the backline, just it's Marksman and Zelius, and it doesn't really matter.
Kane coming in aggressive here. Picking a fight, it looks
A lot
like
of
he might
damage.
be able to win. LeBlanc flashes forward, gets a little bit of damage down.
With the help of the
Jarvan looks like he's able to walk out.
Oh, he
Oh,
dies to
Aphelios
the,
picks up the kill.
Crescent ult.
Another
jumps
fight
in.
breaking out here in the red buff.
Yeah, there's staying on two different fronts. One side, Marksman is trying his best to like hold them out.
Kane
While
coming
Shimmy-
in from
ooh,
behind.
Get out of there, Kane.
very
Max
low
out.
health bars inside Glacial Crescent here.
Oh, nice. He gets him.
LeBlanc's able to pick up the kill, or not LeBlanc.
Oh,
Syndra able to
nice
pick up the kill.
dodge by Zelius. If Zelius didn't do a little stutter step there, I'm 95% sure he dies. So really nice dodge by Zelius.
Well done, well done.
Bard ulting just to try to
Electing
get.
go in, but
Misfortunal comes out, able to pick up the Bard. As Kane, on the other side, picks up the Syndra, but Tower still
Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah, with that Dark
and I
Harvest.
really think this pace of the game favors Glacial Crescent here because of their two assassins.
Yeah, this is what they want. He has. Oh my god, I can't see because of the chat. I think it's 10 Dark Harvest. Yeah, it's 10 Dark Harvest stacks on the Kane. Once he starts reaching those like double-digit, you know, in the 20s, it starts like really just becoming like his W will 50% you know. It's getting to the point where he is getting scary. I do also like the Umbral Glaive pickup. It's really hard in like 5s to play around wards because people are just like always making sure to ward. So getting that is really nice. It also just helps him like play his game of getting through the walls.
And you don't even have to remember to click 4.
Yeah, and I mean it also like stay with pink if you want. I do think you should still get sweeper with it. I think it's like part of the strength is you also one-shot the wards, so you get like more time, you know, to run around. But pretty strong. We'll have to see. Oh, Bondi says he hasn't transformed unless he's red. That was the joke. No red Kane, Pepe hands. But I think I'd go for Dustblade if I was him, and then Edge of Night. I don't think you need the Yomus. You're not really like running around the map anymore, and I think you need the damage. Duskblade is just a lot more efficient damage.
And with the Mobies, Yumu's is just kind of overkill. So yeah, I would like to see the Duskblade too.
Also, this is just me, but I'm like such a fan of Swifties over Mobies nowadays on a lot of these champions. I think Swifties are like
I think
kind of OP. Like, okay, Mobies gives you a lot more move speed, but they cost the same amount of gold. And, ooh, nice Bartle here. I'll hold my point. You're just trying to secure this dragon.
Aatrox in the back,
Great
going after the
flank
back
here
line.
from Aatrox. Okay, they get the Zyra MF combo. Chivy's in the back line. I wonder if he's... or Kiwi, sorry. Dips out. Playing Kayn like he's supposed to. Big W. Oh, he ends up missing. Marksman. It doesn't matter. Okay, nice
Shen goes
on
forward
Kiwi.
with the taunt.
He's dead. Wow.
Spin Doctors come out ahead on that fight, and they can look
Good
for
fight.
Baron.
Okay, Marksman's positioning in these fights is like pretty insane. The fact that he is like kind of living the onslaught of these assassins is nice. I thought that was going to be a really good fight for Glacial Crescent, but again, unless you're getting like these chaotic fights where you're able to like get picks right away on these carries, once they set up, I don't think Spin Doctors can lose a 5v5.
Yeah.
They have double frontline, really powerful backline carries with the Zyra, MF, and Syndra, so we'll have to see.
And this Misfortune is now going to back with over 2,000 gold, finish that Infinity Edge, and really start to put the hurt on Glacial Crescent here.
Ends up going for the BT, actually.
Interesting.
I am not a fan of this.
Actually.
I know why he's doing it, like he wants to get it for the survivability, but I don't think the BT shield saves you from the Kayn burst. Like if Kayn lands the rotation or LeBlanc lands the rotation, you still die. But the Infinity Edge is giving you so much more damage. So he's denying that pickup even longer. I think actually besides maybe Draven and Aphelios, I think but super bad. I don't know though, that could just be me. That's my own bias. I think on Aphelios it's like super broken because you can get the red gun shield plus that plus the overheal. You just have this like 1200 point shield.
Just a second health bar for you.
Yeah, basically like a second health bar, and then Draven obviously just because your life's doing so much per auto, and you're getting that, and he's just more of like a bruiser. 80. Okay, here he goes.
Oh, aggressive here from the Bard. Misfortune comes out able to pick up the Bard, possibly able to grab the Kayn. They trade for the Bard though.
So they'll lose 2.
They lose 2, possibly 3.
Here.
Oh no!
Oh my God, the double TP.
The cleanup has come.
Doctor. Yeah, Spin Doctors have the Shen. They have the Zyra TP.
Aatrox, the last on his team, has fallen. 3 members in the spot lane with Baron.
Yeah.
I think this is an inhibitor.
Yeah, they have to instantly kill MF and Zyra. We just saw it, like, even if they're just dying, they just throw out all their moves and they're able to kill 2 almost instantly. They kill Bard and Kayn right away. Kayn needs to come in more at an angle, right? He can't just run straight through that like chaos. He needs to come in behind them, LeBlanc as well.
Yeah.
And this is another reason why I like, unless you have to get kills, I don't like Ignite, even on a champ like LeBlanc.
Kayn is coming in aggressive yet again. Going in on this Jarvan. Jarvan EQs away, putting him away from his team.
Bartle.
Beautiful Bartle. That's going to probably catch Yorkon and X-Ranger out. Oh,
So they're able to kill Yorkon. But here comes Marksman.
Aatrox in the back line.
Aatrox in the backline though. The Shenel's coming in, but it's not enough.
The movement speed on this guy.
He gets the reset.
Pulls
1
Zyra
Q,
in.
2 Qs, 3. Oh my God, this is the cleanup. This is huge. This is gonna maybe get rid of all their Barons. Does he go for another one? Oh my God, and he gets the stun.
Syndra's stun.
Hard! Ivory Blade popping off.
Ooh, Shen able to trade on the LeBlanc. It's the little things in these fights.
Mm-hmm. And while they're not going to really be able to get any towers or any neutral objectives, they're going to be able to reset their waves. So if they can win another fight like that, they can really capitalize and knock down some of these tier 1 and tier 2 turrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, very beautifully done.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say, unless there's like a massive misplay from the Spin Doctors, Glacial really needs to like win a fight here before the next item breakpoints are reached. Before this, Infinity Edge and Death Cap are finished on the side of Spin Doctors. They really need to win a fight because, like, okay, Aphelios is just finishing what I imagine is his Runaans, and Marksman almost has the Infinity Edge, and LeBlanc is working on her third. Zelius almost has the Death Gap. He's just waiting on the combined cost, right?
Yeah.
Once they reach these points, like their team fight is so strong, and they have so much like pseudo peel with just damage, like LeBlanc, not LeBlanc, Zyra throwing everything down in the Chenault. They really, it's gonna be very difficult for them to get in. Okay.
LeBlanc trading a lot of damage onto this Zyra as the Infernal Dragon.
Okay, nice.
Comes
That's what
up.
you need.
Phelios placed down his turret, zoning and picking up a kill on the Zyra.
Beautiful.
Jarvan comes in, able to trade onto the Kayn.
Yeah.
There's no smite on this red side team anymore.
Well, Aphelios is 200 years in these guys. Kayn, I think got a little too aggro there, but it's gonna work out for them, I think.
Jarvan picked up
Because
by
of
this
how,
red side
because of
team.
Aphelios, once he gets his Conqueror stacked with the double items, he's so powerful. But my god, really, again, the carry, I mean, Zelius got like camped to ever-living shit. Marksman comes in,
Steals the dragon. Maybe picking up a kill as well. I don't believe it should happen, but it might.
Dies here. Oh,
Able
he
to
gets
trade
one.
kills.
Oh my god. Okay.
What a
Marksman
legend.
B4 going in with the double up steal on the dragon and able to pick up the Aatrox in response.
You don't give a damn.
Really, really well done. Baron's not up either. That's like a perfectly fine trade to do, I think. Now they're on soul point. Really well. Jeez, yeah. I think that
One of those risky
we kind of
plays.
saw this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's one of those risky plays that you just want to throw into your highlight reel.
Yeah, it worked out for sure. Sometimes, like when the game's like this on a knife's edge, and you know that like, okay, if the later the game goes, the better chance we have going for something like that, because you're like putting yourself closer to the win con. Also, you're denying them soul point. A team that scales worse but gets the dragon soul, obvious at that point, right? Scaling's kind of evened out.
Yeah.
So, Aphelios looking, I think, to get for the PD. When he reaches PD, I think he's stronger than MF, unless obviously MF has the team fight potential, but we saw this, like, when Aphelios has his, like, double chakram guns, he just is, like, effortlessly shredding these tanks, right? It's just, like, not even close. We'll have
I
to
think
see.
you got even footing, but I mean.
Oh, Jarvan misses the EQ. I don't think it matters,
Yeah.
though. I think he's able to walk out. Bardo comes down as Zyra ult does as well.
Kayn
Kayn here looking to clean up. Jarvan going in, able to possibly trade with the Aphelios.
So they're going to trade 2 for 1 here.
Aatrox in this mid lane just solo
AD carry
killing this
XD.
alone misfortune.
Doesn't matter how strong you are, the Bruiser can still one-shot you.
Forces a flash, though, as the Zyra and Shen show up to assist this Syndra. He just dashes away.
Wait, okay, somehow Kiwi lived. I didn't get to see that. I thought he was dead for sure, because he came out of the guy who got the Shen ult. Pretty nice. Okay. Ooh, watch out, buddy. They had you warded there, buddy. That. Ooh, nice. Ooh, my God. Nice dodge here. Bard coming in. Instantly dies. Oh, here we go. He needs to hit this Zyra. Oh my god, this healing! That's Baron. I mean, I guess MF and Yorick are up, so there is a chance. And by Yorick, I mean Jarvan. Yorick, Hunt, and Marksman 4. But, my god, wow. Guys. This series, I will say, has been won. Or not won, but has been like, just these players really getting a chance to show off. They're like, oh my god. Oh my god, the mechanic. I don't think you Baron here, guys. It's really risky. There's a TP coming in. Oh. Oh my god.
They're still going for the Baron.
Yeah, this is really... It's really int, unfortunately. Oh my god, the never-ending team fight. Holy crap.
Does Baron get the shutdown?
No. There's still is bounty gold on LeBlanc. You see. Oh my God, guys, just leave.
Crescent
Please.
doing a great job of
You're giving me a heart attack.
the chaos.
Just like really
That's
need
what
to
they're
like
looking
Crescent just needed to like take the fact that okay they got the 2 shutdowns and just back and then reset for Baron, right? Okay, spend your gold. But my God, what a game here, gamers. 69 kills. A lot of chaos going in, which is what Glacial wants. And I will say, like, I think Glacial, the reason they're in this game is because they've just been having a lot of like nice mechanical plays from their team.
Yeah.
Not saying Spin Doctors haven't as well, but I think like Shivy, Kiwi, Dazzling, even Absolute Garbage have been like, I mean, Bard's been showing his stuff too, but like these like mechanical outplays against their opponents, which are kind of keeping them in.
Yeah.
They do need to like make sure they do focus on like the macro aspect of the game and making the good decisions, because too much chaos is going to be bad. Oh. Oh my God.
They're very,
Have to.
very
A
low.
really risky drag, and they don't. And this is 50-50, guys.
Oh my goodness. Celia's got 2 kills with Aphelios turrets in that fight.
Dang. They were able to stop the soul, but they're gonna potentially lose their inhib here. I would actually go for the Baron.
See, I like the inhib.
I think the Baron's better because when you have the Baron, you can get the inhib, and you kind of force them to group on you. You also have Shen with Baron pressure, seems like very strong to me. I guess both of his cooldowns are down. Blanc cutting the wave doesn't really do much. There's no turret there, unfortunately. They might look for a pick.
Take some camps on their way out, and they actually are looking to Death Rush. Trying to feign the reset.
It gets pinged. Bard has an idea. Double stun. Ooh, the W through the wall.
And good escape out of work. Spindox resetting a little late here. It's going to allow Glacial Crescent to set up vision around the Baron.
I would say someone maybe. Oh, he tries his best.
Oh.
Goes in without. Yeah.
Blanc's
Oh my God,
already.
LeBlanc really just getting the damage down. Oh my God, okay.
Down.
I'm gonna just say that Bard and Aphelios, I don't think they realized how much damage the Zyra plants were doing, and they're like kind of getting soloed by the plants on the other side of the map. I mean, Aphelios basically died to a Zyra plant. He got finished off by someone else. The Zyra plant was autoing him from like 100% health to maybe like 15. They have Zyra here too, which can do the dragon. She's out of mana though. The Baron, I don't know.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure about this call.
a little risky. Without Marksman there. They do have the Zyra, but again, she's so like they're doing this so slow. Yeah, this is for sure. I would.
Kane's on his way.
Yeah. Helios is going
With the
bot
level
though.
lead.
I don't know why he.
Beautiful Sonya's
Yeah.
delay. Longs out. Never mind.
Yeah.
Force it again.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
No help, that's no smite. Oh, no. God, they're just abandoning their boy. Oh, he gets the root. He comes back. My God, he's playing with fire. That's an ace. And the Baron, guys. And, okay, it's still a minute till Dragon's up, so they definitely have time, but they got the Baron. This is what I'm talking about. I think just getting that Baron was like such a better call. It's so hard to secure Baron sometimes, and like, then you can pressure. I think inhib's worth getting if you get like the bot inhib, you know, because it opens up like the map. But getting the mid inhib is like really not a big deal. So Aatrox's gonna get a tower here. I hope he resets in time. The Dragon's up in 40 seconds. He doesn't have his teleport. Maybe he just tries to keep someone here. I don't think it's worth. It's the soul. He needs to back. Marksman's going for it to stop him. He's backing now. Okay, yeah, this is huge. I mean, this is like almost even game deciding, guys. 20 seconds on the soul. This Kayn is so big. Oh, he's gonna ult. Oh, that's the jungler. Yeah, that's huge. They have to fight. They can't give up the soul. I don't. That's the soul. One huge by Glacial, guys. They're just like, oh, Aatrox. Delius gets caught out on the side. Bard with the flash stun. Oh my God, over the wall. Huge. I don't think they. Yeah, I don't think they can. They have Baron backs. They also have Baron backs. I don't know if that's worth doing that.
Oh, inhib response.
Yeah.
Very
Gets
unfortunate.
the base turret.
Down, though.
Oh wait, they lost their base turret though. Oh my God. He's just trying his best. That's game, I think.
15 seconds left on anyone else. I'm gonna take game one.
Not quite over. They got Marksman coming up in 8 seconds. Just focus the Nexus, guys. Yeah, GG. Wow, what a bloody game. Shout out to Glacial for just playing like
This
maniacs.
is not meant to be derogatory in any way, but Glacial played like animals.
They played maniacs and they played really well. I think they made a few like the Baron throw, like reverse Baron throw thing, like worked out for them in the end, where they needed to get off, and then the whole Baron, like it was just like there were a lot of these like minute-long team fights, right, where they're like 5 minutes, where people are just running back and forth and back and forth.
People dying twice in the same fight.
Yeah, Zyra having the most damage in the game, along with Marksman there, pretty crazy. But wow, that's a crazy game one. It's like, as a competitor, guys, it's really hard to like play a game like that and then like reset mentally and then go into the next game, right? So we'll have to see what the Spin Doctors do. I don't even like fault like drafting by them. I think their comps were good. I think they had a lot of good individual play. X-Ranger and Marksman really stick out. I think York built a lot of his own leads. I think the bot lane like was winning for the most part, but it's just these double assassin comp ended up working out crazily enough.
I don't even know how to begin to unpack that. That game was absolutely insane.
Agreed.
And I think that favors the team that wins. I think that favors Crescent here because Spin Doctors are going to feel like they have to adapt here. But how do you adapt to whatever that was?
I mean, you don't adapt. Like you have to like go back and look at what mistakes you made in that game. And I do think that I don't know, like maybe the blind pick Syndra was a little bit disrespectful. They were able to play this LeBlanc, and not only did like regardless of the solo kill, just the amount of like gank pressure LeBlanc had, like Zelius had to absorb that game was like really difficult for him. I do think he started to play really well at the end, and like I'm not faulting him for that game at all, but I do think it's like you have to be cautious of that. I also want to say that I think that maybe, I don't know, I think the Spin Doctors played the early game really well. I just think that the game got out of control again. They just kept getting roped into these like chaotic fights where people are everywhere on the map. It's not something they need to like make sure they play more disciplined and not get caught out and not get roped into like these 5v5, these like 3v3s and 2v2s, because that's where Kane and LeBlanc really shine. And Kiwi like really kind of popping off on this blue Kane, which is crazy to me. I thought he would go red for sure, but it worked out, and he was able to kind of just be really disruptive. Dazzling, I would give him like MVP almost. I think Shivy, maybe you can make an argument for him as well, just because he had like individually made some amazing plays. But Dazzling like had probably the roughest start any Aatrox or top laner could have, and he ended up the game 15-7-13, most gold in the game. Just like super pop off from him. Was a monster.
He was an absolute monster,
unkillable. So we'll have to see in going into the game 2. Both these teams have an idea now, have the other one plays. We'll see what the adjustments are. I think we're waiting on potential invites, and we'll see when they're ready to go.
Yeah.
My mind is just blown. Honestly, that game was nuts.
Yeah, that's a game that leaves you speechless after it's over.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely like it was definitely crazy. So I have a
yes.
I keep getting spam message that Bondi, the AD carry the Glooters, wants to get in on a guest cast, or at least do some analysis. He said he would hype us up. He says, "It looks dead in there. Get me in, coach."
Our minds are exploded right now.
Oh yeah.
I definitely don't mind. I don't think I can pull him in.
Yeah, I don't believe I have the permissions as well.
Why don't we... Well, we could switch to watch LCS together and get him in here for a bit. He'll bring the hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what he's got to say. Yeah. Bondi, come on and join the watch LCS together.
I told him to get in there. I messaged him, so.
Sounds good.
Okay, the chat isn't working.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to have to potentially...
Oh, I believe he's just joined us.
Here he
Welcome.
is.
What's up?
The tallest AD carry.
Yes. So we've
Alright,
been
is
told...
game 2 starting soon or no?
We're waiting on the people getting in the lobby, and then they have to do pro draft. But after that, yeah. I think they're waiting on one player.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I need to invite...
The cameraman, you got to get me in there, man.
Yeah. Are we not friends on? We are.
Bro, that last game was so sloppy by both teams. It's crazy.
Well, a little bit. There was a 5-minute Baron play.
Yeah, I watched it. It was a real slobber knocker.
Oh yeah, but it made for some excellent spectacle.
There's a lot of saucy stuff going on around the Rift, for sure.
All right. I sent you a request, sir. I will add you this game.
Thank you, thank you.
All right. Oh, no, I cannot.
Is it full?
No, it's like the chat's not working.
Wait, I need to log in the league, don't I? Oh, I'm so scared. Alright, hold on. So, Zach, what did you think of the last game?
I mean, I think it was like definitely chaotic. I think both teams kind of got wrapped up in the solo queue. You know, when you're like playing in a scrim almost, and it just you just
like one guy just keeps going at you. You're just like, I can't handle this. I need this guy. I'm just gonna start fighting him. Like he's fighting me, I'm gonna fight him, and you're trying to like kind of start trying to outpace each other. I feel like that this game like devolved into chaos, which when we talked about it was kind of there. We go.
Thank you.
Need to invite one more.
I'm on 2, by the way.
Yeah.
It was kind of.
It just became like chaos, and I think like it was one of those teams that I do think that if the Spin Doctors were like they took a step back and slowed down the pace of the game, they could have won. Their team comp was like that 5v5 really strong team comp, but
I agree with that. I agree with that to an extent.
I do think the chaos was like, can you hop down to spectator, Bondi?
Yeah.
Okay. Waiting on one more. I need to add him. He said he'll be right back, so.
Yeah, I think that if either team at the like 20 to 30 minute mark, even at any point really in that, if either team decided, hey, I'm going to take a step back, realize that I'm being ridiculous, and play the game correctly, either team would have won that game. Because both teams had moments in the 25 to 30 minute mark where they straight up should have won the game, or effectively won the game, and just didn't react properly. And it was kind of rough to watch.
Little bit, but it's okay. It was at least entertaining. So we got the.
I was hyped.
Bondi is going to be filling in here for someone you don't know. He has to take his leave. It was nice having him on the desk, and we'll have him again soon. Got the pro draft going in on the screen here. Mind sending me the link, actually, Xavier? I don't think anyone sent it to me.
Yeah, I can do that. I saw that it was in the chat, but there you go.
My chat is broken, actually.
Oh, that's not good.
Do you have it, Bondi?
I just messaged it to you.
Yeah.
I can do it in the Discord, though.
I have it.
You got it? Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, I got a message from Zelius. I'm so fucking bad, man. Oh. Actually, I read that on stream. My bad.
It's all good. All right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there are any changes that might be made here. I do agree. I think the Syndra first pick was a little disrespectful. I feel like...
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, although the matchups are good, you can do, like, a good jungle mid or, like, support mid and camp it. I think that's kind of what happened, so...
Exactly.
Although, yeah.
I feel like from bans, we got to see at least, like, an Aatrox or something coming out. I felt like it was such a... Yeah, I would probably take
the Aatrox.
Yeah, it's either...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, they could either first pick it, or they could ban it away. I feel like that's pretty much what you have to do.
You guys don't have the pro draft going right now, right?
No, it's waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's still going on it.
Can someone stay? My chat's broken. Can someone just tell them like we're ready on the stream if they want to begin the pro draft? In the chat.
Yeah, I sent it.
We got it.
But yeah, it will be. I think like I don't. It's just weird to me because like Dazzling again, he had like such a bad start. Not to flame him too hard, but like partly because of a misplay from him, and then also from the return gank. And then Ranger was like dominating the map, and this Aatrox just really took over. Like it was almost like he just outscaled him and really took over these team fights. So I'm interested to see like how they end up playing the rest of this game.
Yeah.
I will say that like I do think that
X Ranger played super well, and I do think that Marksman V4 played like really well.
Very exceptionally, especially on such a immobile champion.
Really good, like positioning, really good. I mean, like it. I feel like it's so hard not to die, and he tried his best, but it was just more of like as a team they needed to really dial it back and not
Exactly.
just cause chaos. So
from the 80 carry perspective, I think that Marksman didn't do bad. I think he played really well in the second half of the game. But I think that it was really Ranger making it easier for him compared to Absolute that made the difference. I mean, Ranger was popping off in every team fight, and it just made Marksman's job so easy compared to what it should have been.
yeah, I mean, I do think it also is worth giving Absolute Garbage some props because he doesn't have the double frontline comp as a Philios. Like he had to kind of basically fend for himself the whole game.
Yeah, he
didn't
played
put in
great
work.
besides the final team fight when he just didn't play around his turrets enough. He
Yeah.
let them get scooped up like 3 times in a row, and that's actually what the killing blow, which was kind of funny. But he
Yeah.
needed to play around those because every turret shot should be like 2 free autos for you if you play it right on Aphelios. And he was just kind of playing them in retreat, but with that gun combo, you got to play it like this is my
Aggro.
time, this is my moment. Yeah.
Very true.
We're just waiting on the teams. I think they get like 5 minutes or so to talk. So they are getting a chance to like discuss draft, potentially.
I think they're all ready.
Yeah, I believe we should hopefully be seeing this pro draft start within any moments. As we see the R's coming in from spam. Yep, here we go. Our first ban will be within the next 26 seconds. It comes out as Ornn.
I expect Glacial to keep the same bans. I think they probably are just like not wanting these guys to get their champs. So I'm guessing Mordekaiser is a dazzling ban, who just had like such a pop-off game. So maybe they double ban this guy. We'll have to see.
It's either that or they might even have a plan for the Aatrox if he picks it again.
I mean, the Shen was their response, though, right? Okay, they do ban Syndra, so maybe they just.
I don't think I agree with that.
Soraka
The Syndra wasn't the reason for anything that game. The Syndra got there because they made mistakes in the mid game.
So here's something funny. I have been saying this to my team, who Bondi is on actually. I think Soraka after this patch is like giga broken. And the Glacial banned her last time on their last ban, and I don't think that Spin Doctors have the same prio that Glacial. Okay, it's a solo lane Soraka too.
That is probably against the Aatrox, I would assume, right?
Yeah, I don't think people realize maybe that like Soraka top and mid is back. It doesn't have as much kill pressure in the lane, but it scales like even better into late game. Like the heals are even more. So
and that was the key of her in the first place. Was the heals.
So she isn't. I don't agree with first picking this champion. I don't think it's good enough to first pick. I think like it has a lot of counters. Like if you pick anything that dives on it, Aatrox might even be a good matchup, and it could go mid too for all we know. But I do think that like
Ezreal picked up on the Spin Doctor side, banning LeBlanc.
Yeah, I do think that it's very strong. I wouldn't run it with Senna either. I would run it with like tanks. I'm gonna be right back, gentlemen.
Okay.
Ezreal's a decent pick here.
Yeah,
it's really safe against the double poke lane or 1.5 poke lane, and with the Bard, if you hit a Q, you can really put down some damage. You might even be able to get a kill depending on your items. So I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna want Marksman V4 being as safe as possible in the backline, dishing out as much damage as he can as the Kayn ban comes out from the Spin Doctors for their final ban.
Another thing about Ezreal in this comp is if you play aggressively, because right now they have nobody that can kill you, you can get so much damage down, and you're still so safe, because what are any of these champions going to do? The CC on both the bot laners is super E-able, so
all right, it's a good pick. We see a blank ban coming in. It turns out to be a Lee Sin. They have typed in chat as a Lee Sin ban. That. So for all you viewers out there, Spin Doctor's taking their time. on their pick. Looks like they're hovering a Malzahar. It's an interesting pick
Always a good
here.
pick.
Is it? Okay.
I think that Malzahar is just perfectly safe. Great gank pressure. Can push. Can roam.
Does we
Really,
see,
really blind pickable.
Yeah, we see the Galio picked up here, as you were saying. Tanks paired very well with the Soraka.
Yep, exactly.
The final pick, Jarvan.
Yeah, this
Another
this
big
comp
boy.
makes a lot of sense
Yeah, there's
on
a lot.
Glacial's side.
As we
It's really well rounded.
await the final pick from the Spin Doctors here, who I would assume would be the jungler, but we might see a Bard jungle come out for all we know.
I would like something really aggressive here. Something that can kill the Soraka, like a Rek'Sai.
A Hecarim.
That's fair. It's
He
off meta, but can still do something.
definitely enjoys going in deep if you're playing Hecarim. Able to really just annihilate a backline. If you can get there, that is. Alright, looks like we will be loading into the game shortly. These
Yep.
are the compositions we will be playing with. It'll be interesting to see. A meta that I've seen start to develop is teams in after doing a pro draft, banning out a word whenever they actually get into game. So it'll be interesting to
Oh
see.
yeah, glue eaters definitely do that. 100%.
Yeah, it's a very meta-defining tactic. We'll have to wait and see what it is exactly that they will be picking as we enter the pick ban phase here. Again, looks like Glacial will be banning what they banned. Same with Spin Doctors, taking these
Yeah,
games
no.
very seriously. There's no time for fun here.
I feel pretty bad about it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's
Sometimes the glue eaters, they get in the scrim, and we ban out a word, and at the end of the day, it's a word diff. We just win because we're more creative, we're more exciting, we're taller, we're faster.
you're everything.
Yeah, just make sure you guys sub to the glue eaters. Best team in the LBSCS. Anyway,
Sub to 'em.
yeah, all of us, all 5 of us.
Check out all the games. What are your sister teams, if you don't mind me asking?
So we have the Pace Tasters in the Economy League.
Okay, yeah.
They're brand new, brand spanking new. I mean, they're the freshest that you can get. But I think that they've got a really good chance of improving throughout the season. Bobby, their top laner, the ankle collector, he's a great player. He's got to learn how to play the mid game a little bit better, but he's really good, and I think that they can do well. I hope they can do well because they got big shoes to fill.
All right, it'll be very exciting to see how they develop. I also play on the economy side of this league, so
Okay.
I'm excited to play against them. I'm part of the Happy Canadians.
Okay, I think that you guys. Did you
I
play
believe-
them the first week?
We haven't played yet. I believe we're up against Silver Drillers. I believe.
Okay. Who's your sister team or whatever you want to call it?
What's their name? Frank's Little Beauties is our
Okay.
sister team. Yeah, they have played already.
Okay, cool. What was our team name last game or last season? Do you know?
What did we call ourselves? Wise Kev?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Little Kev? Wise Kev or Little Kev? I don't remember. Which
Yeah,
one
you guys are
precisely.
cool guys. Yeah,
Oh yeah, a lot of fun. Good team. But
really good team. Massive roster.
Yeah, I
Really
believe-
exciting stuff.
Yeah, I believe they picked up first place in the last season in the Economy League.
Yep, they did, and they were definitely in the playoffs for the executive league. I can't really remember who was where.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention. I'm not good enough to know even what's going on in these executive games. I try to
CEO
follow.
games are
Yeah,
CEO
these CEOs. Apologies. I'm still using last season's nomenclature.
Yeah, my bad.
No, it's all good.
okay. I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I think this is a really good lane matchup, at least for Soraka. She basically has like no threat until level 6. She can just farm it out.
Yeah, And if you're playing the Malzahar, you pretty much are just forced to ult the Soraka, right? Because she can just come in and silence you out of your ult.
I don't think you'll get to her though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
She'll stand behind everyone.
yeah. So there's not really, unless Soraka's not there, is already wasted. I don't know if there's a great time for that Malzahar ult to come out, but they do have the Aatrox again, which I'm excited to see more of. I'm sorry, there's an Aatrox in the game again, so it'll be very exciting to see how that goes.
Yeah, the Aatrox was definitely a difference maker last game. We'll see if it's worthwhile on the other side of the map.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking at these comps, a lot of AD with some AP coming out from these Galio and Malzahars. So
Yeah.
very.
There's a lot of I have no idea how a Galio Aatrox matchup goes. I have to imagine it's Aatrox favored, but it should be interesting. Absolute Garbage got the 200 years champ again, and this time I think he has a way better comp for it too.
For sure. Way better comp.
So we'll see. This will be a totally different playstyle from the side of Glacial, because before they played this like chaotic double assassin. Now they're playing more front to back with driving Galio, which is I think really powerful combination too, right? So
yeah, they got a lot of healing from this Soraka and even the Senna. Senna has a pretty decent amount of healing in her kit. So.
I'm interested to see Shivy's transition from game 1 to game 2. They're such different champions. They do such different things. So how's he gonna play it?
Who is this new tall caster? His name is Xavier. I don't know if you know him. The tallest caster in the room.
Yeah, I actually sit at 6'4", so.
Oh my god, you're so close to being taller than me, but I'm 6'9". I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 6'4". I'm not actually sure.
Sitting at 6'4".
Yeah, I'm not sure how
I'm
tall I am
laying
when
down
I
at
stand.
6'4". I am both wide and vast.
Really wide.
It's terrifying to think what could be rising up 6 feet whenever you're laying down.
When I need to be, I'm the widest AD carry in the league, but only when I need to be.
When you lay on your side. When you lay on your side.
Yeah, we do a survey every game because we as a team select things together. So keep that in mind, other teams.
Yeah, 28 seconds until we load into this game, and then we'll be able to see what's going on. Again, I don't feel like there's a strong level 1 from either team. If anything, Bard might come in and try and do something cheeky, catch someone off guard like you were saying last game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely with a Soraka in your mid lane, I don't know how much the Glacial wants to try and go for some level 1 cheese. Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of Week 1 CEO match. Glacial Crescent versus the Spin Doctors. Glacial Crescent took Game 1. Can the Spin Doctors even it out 1-1, or will Glacial Crescent get there? Will their first game be a 2-0? Find out.
And just right off the bat, noticing that it's a foreskin to foreskin matchup, it's already pretty close. Both of these teams just neck and neck from the get-go. Yeah.
I pick the Glacial Crescent to win this time. 1, because I actually do like their comp a lot, and 2, because I cannot stand Malzahar getting a victory. That champ is easily my least favorite champ to play against in the game.
I think it's really too tough to decide who wins this game. Both comps are actually kind of great.
Yeah.
They both do what they want to do really well. And they both do similar things. So it's going to be really tough to decide who's going to win this game based on comp. I think the first 10 minutes will tell a lot.
We'll have to see. I do think that we'll get to see the power of Soraka this game. I have a feeling.
I honestly hope that I can, so that I can know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Just saying, I opened the legendary Soraka skin out of a box the other day.
Oh,
Which one's the
nice.
legendary one?
The Nightbringer.
Oh no.
Okay.
Get me out!
I'm going in.
We are in on game 2. It has finally begun. If it loads.
Thanks for sticking around, everyone.
Yeah, appreciate it. Remember to follow. We are super low budget, so every follow nets us a quarter of a penny. So
Oh yeah.
let's.
I do like that X-Ranger got the purple chroma to match his Bard and his Malzahar. Only 2 matches though. Child's
I don't know
play,
if
Glue Eaters.
I don't know if
Nice,
it's worth
every
it.
game.
Also, if you're not the glue eaters, you really don't know how to ball out in the champ select and then the skin select. So
That's true.
Looks like red side might be getting to the spot side Tribush before this Aphelios. This could be a early first blood. Yeah, it picked up.
way too late. Way too late
Yeah,
to get there.
they hung around the red buff for a little bit, just kind of walking back and forth. We see a report ADC coming in from the Soraka in all chat.
Honestly, I don't blame her. Don't blame her.
Yeah, a little bit of friendly banter. Aatrox
You
sitting in
understand
with
the
the
red,
salute.
make sure you ward.
There's a pause coming in. Looks like should be a short one, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope it's alright.
Puppy
Okay,
Sip,
yep, resuming.
1995. Thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription.
Oh,
Oh wow, thanks, Puffy Sif.
I'm Arcadia says, "Go Spin Doctors, let her rip." And he highlighted his message.
yes. Remember, if you highlight your
Not a
message,
fan.
we will do our best to read it. So,
I can guarantee you will read it.
all right. You heard it here first. If you highlight a message, we are guaranteed to read it, no matter what it says. It could say literally almost anything. There are a few things we won't say, but it could say
Unless
literally
the auto
almost
mod
anything.
removes it.
Yeah, unless the auto mod will remove it, we will say it. As we see, Aphelios
Oh wow,
coming
we got a
back
cheese
in
going on here.
again. Drop down to a quarter of a health. Barrier
Marksman's
used.
to walk away now.
Ignite blown by this Bard, but I mean, I would think he's forced to back here. Senna's still trying to trade with them. Aphelios coming back
Oh, he
in.
walked forward.
A little bit of healing coming out. Jarvan coming in from the backside. Senna
my
picked
God.
up, but it looks like it might be traded for this
Wait,
Ezreal.
they might get a double kill. Bard has his flash, so I think he's fine. Oh no,
Yeah,
he might
Bard
be dead.
flashes out.
Yeah,
Jarvan
I'm
flashes to follow him. A flash from Aphelios
my
comes
God.
in, picks up another kill. What
See
seemed
this
to be a good
kill
trade.
here? I actually don't know if it's worth trading his flash for that versus a Bard Hecarim, but he does get a kill, which is nice. They're able to get 2 for 2. Crazy. Malzahar goes in
Yeah,
to
good
harass
pick up.
Jarvan a little bit.
A little
Off
bit
the
of
blue.
damage. Hecarim also here, looking like as Jarvan comes in, that might have been a mistake. Hecarim does not have his E, as he's popped his W here, going in for a little bit more damage onto this Galio. Looks like he's picked up his Conqueror, should be healing on auto attacks, but decides to walk away.
Yeah, not much else to get there. The Quaz pops Predator in lane, getting a little extra harass damage.
And already
I can already
this
tell
game
what you
looking
mean.
bloody.
Yeah, this is a lot of fights early game. I can already tell what Zach meant by Lane Soraka is back. She just seems so safe, so unkillable, so
As,
everything.
as we see the Soraka and Galio actually switching lanes.
Yeah, so I think it's probably better. Back when Soraka top was a thing, the Aatrox matchup was something that they liked opting into. I do think Soraka top, like, the main nerf they did is she's not going to have as much kill pressure. She does a lot less damage, and her like self-sustain is worse, but she can still wave clear. She still has the silence, and she still scales exponentially. So if you can just kind of get her through the lane phase, she's gonna be a menace.
Yeah, we see a little bit more trading coming in. A good stun from this Bard. But
Felix gets the
oh,
root.
and rooted down. A little bit more damage. Ezreal blocking.
Hecarim coming
Good
in.
Hecarim coming in.
Hecarim.
Flashes forward. Gets the Aphelios
This is what I'm talking
looking
about with the flash. I
to
don't
go
know if
after
it's worth
this.
Honestly, in that situation, neither team, it was worth it for them to fight 2v2. So
Oh, yeah.
both teams should know there's no reason we should be fighting 2v2. We should probably not do this. And it really came down to one team having the jungler coming in and one team not respecting the other team.
It's true.
And now the Aphelios loses a lot of XP.
As we have a lull here, we do have a few messages in chat that were highlighted. I'm so bad at reading. Yeah, I'm Arcadius.
I'm Arcadius says almost anything.
I believe the next one is for Glue. If you would.
Someone you don't know says, "Hi, my name is Glue, and I suck toes."
It's
Puppy
true.
Sif.
It's
1995 says, "Kick Bondi from the desk."
I agree 100%.
Yeah, and as we know, everything that's highlighted is true. As we see a heavy trade coming in from this Aatrox onto the Soraka.
Yeah. Soraka just cannot get caught by this stuff. Yes, Lane Q's to heal herself too, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already back.
This
up
is the
to-
perfect moment to fight her. Level 5, less than a quarter health.
Yeah.
This is your moment.
Is
your chance.
under tower, however, it does make it a little bit less enticing. Oh, damage
Sure
coming
did.
out! Flash
And
comes
there's
out
the
from
flash.
Soraka.
Soraka is very
Well
simple
done.
to dives too. I think one way to counter her in lane is just to dive her.
Yeah, her mobility is sus.
Yeah, red side starting this dragon. There's a pink ward in the bush, gives them vision. Galio coming in aggressive and forces the Malzahar flash. Galio looks like he's going after this Hecarim. Hecarim uses the smite to live for a little bit longer. Galio still picks up the kill, however.
There's no man on Malz. I think you force this.
Yeah, Ezreal
Oh
doing a
my
lot of
God.
damage. A lot of damage comes out though. Galio picks up the Ezreal. Aphelios picking up the Malzahar. Bard walking away. Aphelios continuing the chase. Uses the
Dazzling.
fruit to pop back over.
Two
Again,
and
we
one.
have a very bloody, chaotic fight this game.
And look at this, perfect. Look at Kiwi, helping his laner shove this
Teleport coming in from the Malzahar.
Soraka
Looking like to go
trying-
for some assistance. Pops down.
in.
Old.
Ults. Yep, that's Soraka. She's gonna die here though, maybe. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
Malzahar
wait.
is level 5. Hecarim coming over the wall.
Indecisive.
Gets the Jarvan. Galio comes in with his own ult. Gets a massive taunt. Picks up the Malzahar. Who I
So
believe is
indecisive
still
there
level
by-
5.
The spin doctors.
I think maybe they saw the Galio TP and he realized he's like, maybe I can get the guy who's closer to my turret.
Yeah, I mean at that point you just kill somebody. He made the right read on where to be on the map. He just didn't react well enough to the situation and was a little late trying to kill the guy. Made all the difference.
Ezreal stopping the Senna back.
Yeah. This is looking good again for Glacial. We'll have to see. Again, the longer the game goes, the harder it gets. Even with healing reduction,
A lot of damage down on this
Soraka
dragon.
scales like exponentially. She is like, I think this like soul lane Soraka is almost like a hyper carry in a way because it's just so much healing. It's so hard to kill her. Such a low cooldown too. She's almost on her Athenes. Might actually not even be going straight to the Athenes, it looks like, but we'll have to see what she ends up building.
Blue side starting up this dragon yet again as the blue buff falls on the Aphelios. I don't believe there's any contest here for it. Hecarim's on the top
Nope.
side taking Scuttle.
Nope, unfortunately, I
Hecarim
mean,
starting up the Rift Herald in response.
Felix back at stop.
Aatrox going aggressive onto the Soraka. Getting a little bit of
Some good
damage
poke
down.
down,
Already
but
has the
every time-
Executioner's calling.
Look how much she heals from a Q though. It's like
Hmm.
unless you can 100%, unless you can burst her, she's not gonna die.
It's true.
Yeah, unless you get a huge chunk to where she can't sustain before the next trade,
Yeah.
or
You have to have
If you
low
kill
enough
her.
cooldowns, or you have to be a champ that can just 100-0 her, like an Aurelia or like Fizz, something like that, right? Even those champs, a lot of Sorakas in the solo lane don't even take teleport. Even if they go top, they just take they take barrier or heal, because like,
yeah, all you
you're
have
just
to do
trying
is survive.
scale. Yeah, you're just
Yep.
trying to scale.
Oh, the pull does go off, but no trading has been done. Hecarim did pick up the Rift Herald, something to keep in mind in the future. I know it didn't pop up on the screen, but He does have it. Soraka low again. Forced to use.
There's a good pickup
Corrupting
from
Potion.
X-Ranger to get the Executioners. It makes all his trades like stick even more.
Yeah.
So if he can trade on her consistently, she's not gonna be able to heal. At least while they're fighting, she won't be healing much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jarvan looking to come in for a gank here.
We'll
Sure.
This is
Sure,
our team. They
early
got
here.
Galio.
2/3.
Galio's in the area.
Galio ulting in.
Gallia?
The Soraka
Galio.
ult comes
Yep.
out to save herself. The Senna ult also, just for a little bit
Oh,
of
I
extra
just
safety.
realized.
Aatrox picked up.
I just realized they have.
This
Senna.
isn't terrible if they
Bard
get a
and
trade
Malzahar are
here.
here. Hecarim's right on the other side. Malzahar ult comes out. They're able to pick up the Jarvan.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
This
for
could be
Doctor.
huge.
Looks like they are waiting.
Cutting the wave.
They're
Good
going to wait
idea.
this one out. Going to try and force him. The Bard ult comes out to stop the turret. Looks like they're going to be ignoring, for the most part, this Galio to start off with to try and get to the Soraka.
Oh,
Hecarim
no,
able to
Galio.
pick up both kills there, but trades his own life for it.
Hecarim just got 700 gold from the Galio
He
and
did.
300 from the Soraka. That was a good idea by Shivy to try to use the move speed of the low Galio to like zoom back to the turret, but they all this attention top, they actually lose the bot turret.
They
And
do.
that's like 5 plates going to that Aphelios. He is probably, he is sitting on 1,300 gold right now. He has 4.6k. He has 1,000 gold lead on his opponent right now, and they have the same scoreline. He just has a 20 CS lead and he got a bunch of plates. So pretty. Although they were able to get the shutdown, and Yorick is has the most gold on the map right now. It might not matter because Aphelios and Soraka are kind of the win cons, right, for this enemy team. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays off later in the game. We see a decent trade coming out here on the top side with Soraka rooting up this Aatrox who was waiting in the bush. Aatrox again going aggressive, but the silence coming out to try and deter him a little bit. A lot of damage coming out from these minions and from the Soraka Q.
Yeah.
That's a surprising amount of
Hecarim is
damage.
here.
honestly.
Hecarim is here, pushes her back, gets a decent amount of damage. She's running away. Looks like she might be able to get back to her turret, but is unable to make it. Aatrox picks up the kill. Bard looks like he might be roaming up, picking up a couple of meeps here on this top side. As Aphelios and Senna go into this mid lane, Galio staying in the bot lane, waiting for the wave to crash back to him.
Good job from Yorick to go onto the Soraka. She has no flash. She's vulnerable.
Yeah, it looks like they might be getting a few plates on that top turret as it falls now. Galio still has... Not Galio, I apologize. Hecarim dropped the Rift Herald in the top lane as a flash comes out from this Malzahar, going in aggressive on this Senna, who gets a Bard ult thrown onto her. Heals up from the Soraka ult as Aphelios goes hard.
Oh my
Solos
god.
the
Oh,
Hecarim,
wow.
gets the Malzahar, almost gets
He's
the
winning!
That Bartle was so troll. He kind of saved
Massive.
the Senna. And
Aphelios
goodness.
Nobody picked
flashing,
Aphelios.
flashing his mastery as he decimates Malzahar and Hecarim in the mid lane.
the mastery emote. The ultimate BM.
It's true. I do not see any highlighted messages in the chat at the moment. We'll be keeping an eye out for that. Again, if you highlight it, we will say it. So we see a Lice Wave coming in onto this mid lane turret. Aphelios getting a lot of damage down. Switching between his red gun and his shurikens. Almost able to pick up that third plate as blue side picks up this dragon. I mean, everything seems to be coming up well for this blue side. Malzahar getting some damage down onto this Jarvan forces him to EQ away. Soraka now joining Senna and Aphelios in the mid lane here. Looking like they're able to pick up that last turret plating. Getting this Aphelios even more gold.
It's kind of crazy how late into this game feels when it's really only 15 minutes or 14 minutes.
Very true. Yeah, last game very chaotic. This game started chaotic. Feels like it's getting a lot more controlled now.
Here we got a highlighted message. Aphelios is a balanced champ and good for the game.
That is
Facts.
true. True. It is highlighted. It is true.
How do you?
I'm not
highlight
sure if
your
I
message?
agree with that, but
How does one highlight their message?
he's not too bad.
I think you click.
I think it's 1,000
There's
channel
like
points.
Actually, I don't know how to do it without actually like going in and doing it. I'd have to. Oh, Malzahar coming in, getting a
100
lot of
channel.
damage down onto the Soraka as the Bardo stuns up the Senna and the
Oh my
Aphelios.
goodness.
A lot of damage coming down.
Aphelios
Bard pops
keeping his
it. Galio
distance.
coming in
Nice
with the
ult
Malzahar
for
super
Senna.
low.
Oh my
Ult kills
god.
the Bard. Looks like he's about to fall. Moving on to the Ezreal next. Just getting a little bit of damage down. Aatrox off on the side, already
Nice
ulting.
shot.
Senna going
going
aggressive
in.
onto
Oh,
there. Could
wow.
have been a mistake.
Reset.
It was. Hecarim ults in, gets the Jarvan. A little bit of damage
That
down as
mana.
he picks it up. Doesn't have the mana to do the Q. A hectic fight breaks out here in the mid lane. Oh, we have a copy pasta that's highlighted. Bondi, would you do the honors?
Oh god, there's gonna be some change somewhere in there that's gonna be embarrassing to read. Bondi, you mean the tallest AD carry in the league? The Hawking Goliath of a player whose champ pool is as wide as he is tall? Pear-shaped. That Bondi? The wrongly ranked 4th best AD carry who systematically destroyed every bot lane who has ever crossed his path? I'd say his line of sight, but none of these munchkins even come up close to his chin. The Ezreal Prodigy? The one who made LBLCS champion Dewey change his name, change his entire champ pool to even exist in the same lane as him? Yeah, I know him, and his year's coming for the crown. This year he's coming for the crown.
Alright, looks like we
That was
might...
terrible!
Hecarim able to run out of there.
People kept sending messages, they got nervous!
Oh my god, you're like a kid like reading a paragraph in elementary school. Like, called off the
Anybody
teacher.
ever
I-
believe that you
I
could
was-
dream, and then you could believe that everything could happen?
We see blue side.
Apparently I've never been on live TV before.
Let's go get some pizza!
And
Rift Herald
I
picked
could
up.
watch it while my grandpa's watching the Powerball.
Oh boy.
Alright, go ahead, bud. Rift Hero picked up.
Yeah, Rift Herald picked up. Currently on this Jarvan. Mid side turret's very low for this red side
Pause.
team.
Pops Predator goes in.
Yeah, and another low. I will read out.
mid lane here.
I will read out the next highlighted message. The LBLCS, also known as Lacks Bad League Content and Sex, is a league championship series recognized as the premier league in North America. The LBLCS was home to Doublelift, Broxa, Hooney, and Team Sucks Mid, sponsored by Coriander Light and Tropicana.
True.
All
You
right,
need to flex on us with that reading comprehension, bro.
Malzahar
Nice flank by
ulting in,
Hecarim.
yeah, flank.
Oh my god, Aphelios ult.
Bard ult comes out
Comes
onto
in.
this Hecarim. Galio going in aggressive onto this team. Senna ult comes out healing, doing a little bit of damage. Jarvan continuing to go in
knock
aggressive
up overall.
onto this Hecarim.
Quite the fight over
Ults
here.
in. Galio looking to come in as well. Aphelios picks up the Hecarim.
Wow, Glacial is just tearing it up. And absolute garbage. Basically entered twice in the first, like, 2 minutes of the game.
Rift's
And
got
now
away.
he's popping off. This Aphelios, take it away from this man. 2 games in a row, he's just really showing he knows his stuff.
Oh yeah. A very controlled game again this game. Getting the second charge in from the Rift, taking out the first inhibitor turret at 18 minutes.
Rescued says, I subbed, use the money for better casters. It's messed up, man. Come on.
Well, you
That
see, the
hurt.
thing is,
He's
it's
trying his best. He just never learned how to read.
Really
it
don't know
wasn't
how to
highlighted,
read.
so it's technically not true. But he did sub, so it could be true. Alright, Dragon getting started by this blue side.
Rocket getting picked off on the
Soraka
side of the fight.
blown up. Big fight breaking
Walks
out.
in and casually takes that. And Aphelios is gonna die.
Ooh.
I want to say that the
Galio
story of the
Senna
series,
coming out.
gentlemen, has been
The continued
God, never
follow.
mind.
Malzahar ults onto the Senna. Able to pick up the kill. Flash from the Hecarim
He should
as he
live.
runs out. Hecarim coming
Bring him
in.
down.
Takes him down.
Gets him.
Shut down. That's a full ace
wow.
for this red side.
I want to say that my theme for this match has been overstaying for objectives. So a lot of chaos has been going on, guys, where it's like they're taking fights that they can't afford to take. I do realize on the side of Glacial that was their sole point, but it's not worth it getting aced over. Sometimes you just have to give up the dragon. You got a lot of good stuff, and with that, the Spin Doctors actually pulled back into the gold lead, and Marksman is able to get three extra kills. He's gonna probably... Oh, okay. I don't think he dies here.
I believe
back up with his Bard.
Yeah, Hecarim was also there. Smart call not to continue the chase. As we see Aatrox going back to his top lane. So, looks like they're going to collapse onto him though. Soraka on the backside here. Senna and Aphelios coming up. Jarvan also here. All five are here. He flashes over the wall, gets out. Very well done. What could have been a catastrophe avoided.
Zelius has the biggest, most wrinkly brain I've ever seen. I have every scene. Sorry, I will read that as it's written. I have every scene. True.
He deserves it read properly. The way he meant it to be read.
The way it was meant to be read.
As intended.
Zelius' brain is so big that he's playing.
Marksman comes in, solo kills this Senna. Pops his ult just to be safe. Soraka doesn't even have time to pop her own ult.
Yeah, I don't think she just
or
she would die there.
It was a lot of damage all at once.
Yeah,
I mean, as you were saying, Ezreal backed with a lot of gold there. He got a lot of... able to finish off his Iceborne.
Glacial and get the cooldown boots, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Galio said he's in range to R here.
He's looking to go in.
Soraka's on 2 items though, guys, and I think one more is when the healing will get really out of hand.
Yeah.
She has her Athene's fully stacked now. We'll see if she chooses to use it.
What third item does she go
Bardo comes in, able to land onto this Aphelios, who is mid.
What third item? Probably Redemption or the Mikhails. Just
Jarvan going in aggressive, able to get his ult off before the Malzahar goes onto him. Marksman able to pick up a kill as it's traded.
Wow.
Oh.
Good trade.
Yeah, able to pick up the Malzahar.
Just and like Jarvan, that, everybody's health again.
Yeah, Jarvan able to walk out knowing the Soraka can heal him back to full. Aatrox goes in. Hecarim also going in aggressive as we see another hectic fight breaking out. Blue side seems to be winning this handedly with the Soraka healing everyone back up to full after. Ezreal Flash is trying to get a good angle onto this Senna. Able to pick up the kill using the red buff. Soraka chasing down the Hecarim. But the healing coming out, able to pick it up, but is traded back with the Aphelios.
3 for 2.
That's the big change with the new Soraka. She doesn't
Hecarim coming in hard. Looks like he might be wanting to pick up the tower. So no more fighting has happened currently, but a tower picked up for this red side team.
I'll read. The other 3 versions of Marksman were champions in their own right. What makes you think you stand a chance against the 4th? True.
True.
Yeah. Soraka, a little bit kill thirsty for the Aatrox over there. Kind of ran, unfortunately, just like ran away from her team. She just needs to stay by her team, right? She just keeps pumping out the heals. She's got to the point now where she should be able just to fully heal people. We'll see.
Yeah, she's just got to recognize her purpose, find out what she's there for. She's not there to kill anybody at all.
Yeah, she's there more to
Dragon spawning.
Play this like Giga support role.
Dragon spawning in 10 seconds. Hecarim's still in base.
Doesn't both teams are not really prepared. They might just look to trade the drag here. They're getting spotted out though. I don't think it's worth.
Yeah, they start the Baron
for it.
Galio is far away, but I believe still in range with his ultimate. As Aatrox pops the ult, Ezreal ult comes in. Bard misses, does not able to hit anyone with that. Flashes forward, gets a stun onto the Jarvan, who EQs over. Ults onto the Malzahar. Galio on the back line, gets ulted by the Malzahar. Hecarim pushes him away. Kill gets picked up as Aphelios going in aggressive, unable to pick anyone up as the Soraka is taken out, leaving just the Senna on this blue side. As Hecarim
really fishing for crits there.
Just walks, picks up the kill.
Nice kill.
Ezreal snipes it away, says, no, I earned that kill. As they start up this Baron. I believe this should be a pretty safe Baron for them. Galio has teleported up, as Soraka has teleported up, but I believe...
That was just so forced. I don't know why they did Baron when the enemy team has vision of them. And they don't have vision of them like committing to the Drake. They don't have vision of them committing to anything on the map. Maybe they saw Hecarim base, but even then, like, I don't think you have any right to really start that dragon there, or to start that Baron there.
Agreed.
Honestly, that was a great job by York. He saved his ult so long that he ulted so late that he won the team fight because nobody expected him to have it. That was really good by him.
Yeah, very well done as we see both teams now heading over to the dragon. Red side's already started it. It's down to about 1,000 health. Picked up. They got Baron and they got dragon.
The Ninja Scarf says, free 1-1. And Rescue says, go X Ranger 10. 1+1 laughs. Ha ha ha. Lol. Where's 1+1? If he was playing, guys, he wouldn't be able to. The force that he is in the Twitch chat, to be fair. His memes are too dang. I have 100 ping thanks to Riot, so I don't play.
Aatrox coming in aggressive onto the Soraka. Flashes forward, but misses the knockup. Jarvan coming in to assist. Galio coming in as well. The Bard ult comes out, does not hit anyone.
There's the silence. Shivy with the
going
the
a little
fancy
too
footwork
far
there.
in.
Oh, a miss.
My God.
Ezreal locked up a little bit. Hecarim going in aggressive onto this Aphelios. Flashes forward, able to pick up the kill. Senna looks like it might be next on the list as Galio picks up a kill with a fadeaway.
1,000 gold.
Soraka
shot
coming in,
Galio.
the speed of light,
Fastest.
and then walks away.
Lady you've ever seen.
Hecarim in
Yeah.
here just wet noodle fighting as Galio goes in aggressive on this Bard, getting a lot of damage down. Bard able to escape using his magical journey. Soraka coming in, trying to defend the turret as best she can. I believe it will be taken down by these minions, however. Hecarim ending up getting the credit as Hecarim goes in aggressive using his slowing smite onto the Soraka, blows her ult. Malzahar coming in, using his ult onto the Jarvan, who was able to get the knockup afterwards, able to pick up the kill. Looks like he might be saved. Looks like he might be taken out by the cannon minion and the melee, but might have been saved by his the healing that he gets from killing champions.
How practiced Shivy is on this Soraka, but he is like playing like super aggro, like to the point where it's like playing it like he does damage, you know?
Yeah,
He's not there. He's just there to heal. Like he could be, his heal's low enough cooldown that he could be just bouncing back and forth between his teammates, healing them. I think he's playing. Yeah, maybe so he did something to upset him. Maybe messed him up, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's just waiting on getting that redemption, right? They didn't lose an inhib. They lost the turret. Again, these teams are they're like really just fighting off cooldown, where I feel like on the side of Glacial Crescent, if they just kind of grouped up, they have like a really strong wombo combo, and they have like a almost 4-item Ophelia, you know? It's like, just fight. You're strong enough. No one can get onto the Aphelios except Yorick, but Soraka can just protect him, and he has 2 supports, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
We'll have to see, though.
Yeah. Right now, not any objectives to take on the map as we see both teams just trying to get some vision control on this Baron
Galio's the
side.
greatest champion ever crafted. True.
Alright, wave coming in here onto this turret. Ezreal popped his W onto the turret. Does not want to get into auto attack range to pop it though. Hecarim splitting on the top side. Galio on the bot side. For this blue side team. Trying to match the Aatrox.
Yeah, red side's clearly a huge advantage here in the map, but they're playing kind of scared. They don't want to overcommit to anything.
Yeah, Hecarim
If I
coming
were
in
them,
onto
I'd
the
to the
Soraka.
Soraka. There you
Getting
go.
some damage down. does not have an execution. Galio comes in. Jarvan also joining the fight. There's no turret there. The magnificent Bard ult to stall out until the team can arrive. Soraka ult comes in as Ezreal also is ulting, but you can see, if you look at the minimap, Aatrox and Ezreal are on the mid-side inhibitor turret, as Soraka aggressively flashes forward to go after this Hecarim. Bard and Hecarim look to be heading mid to join Ezreal and Aatrox, and at the end of the day...
You just need to stay back and heal. You don't need to be like flashing forward, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. I mean, they split the map and they were able to get the mid turret as well, like you were just saying. Oh, here.
Aatrox going in aggressive. Looks like he might be able to pick up these Soraka, and he does. Galio or Jarvan ults in on top of him.
Oh,
A hectic fight yet again. Ezreal ult coming out yet again. Bard falling low as Aphelios is looking to get in with the ult, and he's able to pick it up. But Ezreal able to pick up the Aphelios as you see Aatrox coming in onto this Galio, who pops his Zonias. Looks like he will be falling next. Triple kill for this Ezreal, and a teleport coming out for Malzahar onto the spot side.
that could potentially be the game.
That is an ace.
Someone said, "What is Senna's soul count?" I will check these. I have to wait till she's up, I guess, before I can look at her.
Yeah.
I will check for you.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be able to pick up at least both of these towers here on the Nexus. Maybe.
It should end here. I'd go for it,
but
honestly. I'd go
Malzahar
for it.
decides to go after this. Malzahar ulting onto the Jarvan. Aatrox ulting himself as well. Looking to do some damage onto this team. If you looks like they want to retreat here. They said, okay, we got the Nexus turrets, we got two. Oh, but Ezreal eing in aggressively, forcing the Soraka ult to come out to save the Soraka. A teleport coming in from the Aatrox. He says, no, go back in. Going for this topside inhibitor. Galio coming in onto this Senna, but it's too late. She's already fallen. Getting a lot of damage down onto this Bard, but he falls to the Aphelios. Not able to pick up that topside inhibitor.
Yeah, it was quite the fight.
Yeah, and now it's at this point in the game where middle inhibitors down, bottom inhibitors down, top inhibitors at half health. You think the red side has to try and go and at least bait the Baron, force someone to come in to check.
Yeah, this could be easily like a. This could easily be a Baron into end for the side of the Spin Doctors here.
Yeah, I
Senna
agree.
going for like a really interesting build, going like into the Executioners. I don't know if I agree with that. I think a Duskblade or even like an Athene is actually like pretty nice on Senna for the increased healing. But we'll have to see.
This Baron is getting shredded, and it's gone already. We'll see where they end up.
Marksman's playing like a beast.
Yeah, Marksman 14, 3, and 13. Also notable, this Hecarim 13, 4, and 11. Doing very well. As they pick up the topside inhibitor.
Great spot.
All three lanes look like they're about to be pushed into here, and you gotta ask yourself, what can Glacial do here to hold this off? All cooldowns are up as far as abilities go on both sides. Aatrox pops his ultimate. Jarvan ulting in on top of him as we see Ezreal going aggressive, trying to get some damage onto this Jarvan. Jarvan doing a significant amount of damage onto this Ezreal, who still has his GA, but on the fountain, we see just one after another falling in. I believe that should be game, unless Soraka can pull off the stomp, but unfortunately unable to. So we see Zelius leave the game at the very end there.
Yep.
Fantastic game.
So yeah, Spin Doctors are able to pull it back. Marksman and York like really just popping off that game. Marksman especially, just like once he got his like few items, he just really started to push his advantage and push in. Almost like a 70 or like a 80 CS lead on Absolute Garbage. She was also really strong as well. It just couldn't unfortunately carry that game. I do think that Glacial to me looked like they weren't used to playing with Soraka, or Shivy was not used to playing as Soraka. He was playing a little aggro, where it's like you're not a carry. You know, you carry the game by keeping everyone alive. So running up and slowing people and like trying to get solo kills is not going to do anything. Where you just need to survive and get to the point where you can hard carry the game. Yeah, but we do have a one-to-one here. We could
Yeah.
potentially get some interviews if
Yeah.
anyone is interested.
If anyone on these teams are in the chat, please reach out to us either through DM or through the chat.
Maybe get X Ranger said he is
Yeah.
ready. Maybe
ready.
Dazzling, the other top laner, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If you guys want to jump into the community chat, and then we could pull you in one at a. We could ask you one to come in one at a time. Shivy the Ninja, me Soraka. True. XD. York is in
Alright,
here. Okay.
yeah.
If York, you want to come in to watch LCS together? You can just come down. We can't pull you in. You
Yeah.
can just come down. There you go.
It's
Hello,
not
Kyle. What's up?
not much. How are y'all doing?
Doing well. So you guys were able to at least take game 2 1-1.
Yep.
I would say you put on like a monster performance both games though. Did really well.
First performance. First game I didn't really do anything. Just EQ, which is Jarvan.
After a game like game 1, where it's like chaos and everyone's jumping back and forth and doing insanity, how do you like mentally reset for the next game? Like, how do you guys like, okay, we can play our, like we lost not because of like being outplayed, we didn't like get stomped, it was just this like chaos, and it was like kind of coin flipped into the enemy team's favor. What did you guys do going to the second game?
So, after the first game, old Zelia. Oh, okay, I guess he's gonna leave after asking me a question.
All right. Feel free to answer.
So, I told Zelius stop playing without hands, and then Zelius started playing somewhat. I mean, could have been a lot better still. He's pretty bad in the second game. So, decided to not put me on the off-tank Jarvan and onto a jungler that can actually 1v5.
Dang.
So, short form, Zelius is the worst mid laner in the league.
Apparently. Wow.
It's-
How's the transition been for you from top lane to jungle?
If I were a jungler, I would let you know. I am actually just a fill right now.
Oh, you are the fill player, okay.
Yes.
For 1-1.
So when someone doesn't show up, I go wherever. I could play any lane.
I have laned against your mid lane Xerath before.
Oh yes, that was out of the blue, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was quite impressive.
Not expecting the Maokai one trick to know anything about hitting a skill shot.
Yeah, I was like, holy moly, this guy's popping off.
Although
nice.
I don't know how to farm. That was a big lacquer in that scrim.
Nice. Well, awesome.
You gonna get the other boys in here, or are they just?
No, we're just gonna do one person from each team. It's just
Okay.
Yeah. I think they thought we asked Drew, but you jumped in, so I said it's okay. So we're gonna.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All I
no
heard
big
was
deal.
Zelius say, "Get Drew and Kyle in there," so I just clicked
Yeah.
on it.
So we're just gonna do one person. But thank you again. Is there anything you want to say for the Spin Doctor fans out there before we bring in someone from the other team?
I'm extremely sorry that we dropped the game, and you shouldn't be expecting too much of that for the rest of the season,
Oh, big
or
words.
expecting a lot of it, because I no longer have Evdingus to hold my hand and listen to Regulate with.
That's true. Alrighty. Thank you, York.
Have a nice.
Appreciate it. Yep, you too. Does anyone want from the Glacial Crescent want to jump in to LCS watch together? If anyone wants to, feel free. If not, we're gonna end the stream here. Great games by both teams. A little bit chaotic. Shivy, you're not LeBlanc when you're playing Soraka, bro. You don't do any damage. You got to stay back and heal. You're the most aggro Soraka I've ever seen. Absolute garbage. Banging Aphelios games both times. Especially considering I thought you were out of the game, game 2. I'm not gonna lie, after like the double deaths at the beginning, but you brought it back and we're popping off. Really well done. Dazzling, super good performances both games as well. It seems like we don't have anyone from the enemy team coming in, so we're just gonna end the stream. Xavier, do you have anything to say?
Nothing. Just hope you guys enjoy your weekends, and for anyone who still has games left, good luck on them.
Yeah, we're gonna have I think some more games streamed this whole weekend, so tune in. Still have quite a few more games left from Executive and Economy, and I think the last CEO game is also going on at this time. So for those of us who are we're watching, thanks for tuning in. The rest of you, peace. All right, man.